Thank you, Martin. Before we dive right into from alert to answer, let's imagine this. You're in your bed, you're dreaming, it's so nice, you're back on your vacation in Italy. The sun is shining, you had a perfect dinner. You wish you could stay here forever. But then your phone goes off. Half awake, you open your laptop, you're in incident mode, while your brain is still halfway in Italy. But now you're on the clock. You're trying to figure out what happened, why it is happening, how bad this is, all at the same time. And you know the answer isn't going to be in one place. You're staring at a dashboard, trying to remember if there's a run book. Did anybody write one? What does that service even do? I mean, you only inherited it last week. How do you know? And while you're figuring all of that out, the messages keep coming in. We've all been there. An incident isn't just about finding data. You need to have knowledge about the system to interpret what you're seeing. And if you're not the person who built that system or the service, understanding what is going on can feel a bit like playing detective. And being a detective can cost you time and money. Now, let's be real. Most of you all know your systems inside out. In 80% of the cases, you have a pretty good idea of what is going on before you've even opened that dashboard. But those other 20%, that part of the system that isn't quite yours yet, that is when the investigation gets long and costly. We've heard that number today already. Industry data puts mean time to resolution at about 80% on diagnosis, not fixing. So when something breaks in an unfamiliar territory, that phase gets longer and more expensive. But what if we could take a shorter route and get an explanation in minutes? What if AI could explain it? So today, we're introducing Explain with AI in Checkmk Cloud. It's a single-click feature that allows you to skip that detective work and go from alert to answer in minutes. It takes on the investigation for you by putting context across all your services and then giving you a summary in a natural language, what went wrong, why, and what you should do next. One very important thing here is that feature will never resolve an incident for you. It will simply recommend actions to move forward. Now, let's see it in action. Probably spotted them. Sometimes today already, Explain with AI is available everywhere where you can see little sparkle icons. And after clicking on it, a slide out opens. And in there, you can actually watch the AI what is going on. You can see it analyzing, then diagnosing, and probing deeper into your systems. And once it's finished, you will receive a written summary of the incident in context of all the other services in the host. Additionally, you will also receive a description of what the failure in that specific service means. And then in the last action, you get some actionable steps of fixing that. And then you have a clear answer on what you should do next. And with that, your next incident will hopefully look a little bit different.
And hopefully a little calmer. And I'll explain you how. So, we follow three main guiding principles, with trust being the theme in building this feature. First of all, this feature takes no autonomous action. AI never runs a command, never triggers a runbook, never changes anything. It observes and explains. Then the human is always in the driver's seat. What you get is a summary and some recommendation, some suggestions. This is not a fix-it button. Finally, we want your work to get simpler, not more complex. Think of it this way. You are driving, and the AI happens to be in the car with you with a well-informed opinion about whether you are heading in the right way. But it never grabs the wheel. Another concern is the data. Again, the data is always stays in your geographical location, and it is processed there. Sensitive data is never shared and never leaves your boundary. And finally, no training is ever done on your data. But now let's briefly unpack what's behind the button. You can see a very brief schematics that shows what is the general architecture that is behind this new feature. When you click the Explain with AI button, the Checkmk frontend sends a request to a small AI backend inside our infrastructure. The backend is built around the AI service that is our, let's say, Explain with AI brain. Here, the AI gathers information using live status about your services, hosts, and Checkmk in general. Such information is gathered using some tools from our internal MCP server. The MCP server works as a sort of a translator that translates the queries between the AI and the live status, and also organizes and cleans a little bit the returned information. So after the AI has gathered enough information, a new turn of the LLM is spin up, again, with this information to analyze them a little deeper. It then builds a structured response, what Annika showed you before, to be shared back with you. We try to keep this architecture as modular and agnostic as possible because we want to have the flexibility to extend it where needed and to always support the most modern and secure tools and providers. So, what you have seen is only the start, and Explaining with AI is launching first in Checkmk Cloud, our SaaS offering, and I want to tell you why we started here. First of all, it is the surface where we can ship and improve continuously. The step is the easiest, it comes with your Checkmk instance, and you need to do no configuration in it. It is also the easiest place to consume it, as there is no need to host your own LLM, to create API keys, store them, etc. Finally, is also where we can offer the best quality from day one. We rely only on state-of-the-art models, and our SaaS offering allows us to really manage them, upgrade them, and update them on your behalf. So cloud is where we start, but not where we stop. AI is coming to more of Checkmk, so stay tuned. And if this looks interesting, you can try it today in Checkmk Cloud. We are really excited to hear what you think.
Yeah, that was just a short introduction to Explain with AI, built to give you a diagnosis in minutes and to give you back more of your valuable time. Thank you, and please let us know if you have questions.
Thank you so much, Annika and Matteo. First question up. Will Explain with AI be available in Ultimate version?
Should I? So for now, it's only available in Checkmk Cloud. For other features like Explain with AI or Explain with AI, I would say watch the roadmap talks tomorrow.
Next one up. Which model is being used and where is the data being processed?
So we are using Google models currently, some of the most powerful. You can see what model is being used to process your request when you use the feature. And the data is processed depending on your geographical location, so we obviously respect that.
Next one up. Is it also working on an on-prem LLM?
No, currently it's only available in cloud, and we have a provider for that. So at the moment, it only works in cloud, but in the future, who knows?
Yeah, also for that one, the roadmap talk tomorrow will clear that one up. Next one. As AI-driven operations become mainstream, how does Checkmk plan to evolve its monitoring platform to move from alerting to autonomous problem resolution?
Do you?
So,
I think Martin.
yes.
Tough one, I guess. Yeah.
Tomorrow, okay? We have a very nice. Whoever asked that, yeah, it's perfect. I think we have a good answer to that question tomorrow, yeah.
It will be covered in tomorrow's talk and quite in some detail, I guess. Yeah. So next one, can AI also correlate alerts from different hosts or only alerts of one single host?
So currently, it uses mainly the information from one host, and the capabilities to correlate with different hosts are limited, but let's say that we'll have some surprises tomorrow.
A lot will be cleared up tomorrow, right? Then next one, so probably about AI in general. Will embedded AI help to build dashboards, including recommending views and pre-built templates? Also, that will be covered by tomorrow. Sorry. Then about cost. How are the tokens for the AI model paid? Who pays them?
Yeah, I can take that one. So the tokens are part of your cloud subscription, meaning they are baked in, and there is no additional cost for you.
Good answer, I guess. Then last question for this talk. Who defines the dataset on which the agent bases its recommendations regarding the suspected root cause? How and in what format must this be provided?
So currently, the AI uses, I would say, transformed version of the information that live status provides, and from which we, let's say, clean up some parts and modify others. And it is, let's say, the AI has some freedom to choose depending on the problem that is trying to solve, with some well-defined guardrails on it. And the format is, let's say, a transformed format of what the live status provides.
With that, thank you so much, Annika. Thank you, Matteo. And move on to the next talk.